Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Chubb on the read option. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins.
And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jackson now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 28 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Watch out for Hill on the return. These two teams all tied after one. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Jackson.
He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Dobbins.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 19. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Ravens 10-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Hopkins' kick is good. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing 2nd half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. His throw incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give. This is Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
2nd and 11. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Yeah, the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of him.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They will look for some important yardage on third down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give it one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have broken the tie. They do tack on the extra point as well. They will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's back to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Browns drive about to get started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens come up with a late turnover, but it will probably